We got 20 in a pile.
420s and 310s.
420s and 310s. We got 7 piles here, guys.
Here's the 420s and here's the 310s. Buy your choice.
My choice of the piles, times the count in the pile, and there you go. Want to give me, what do you think? They're going to give me $5, $5.50, $5.50, $6 and $6 bid. $5.50 and $6 and $6 and $6 and $6.50 and $7, $7, $7, $7, $6.50 and $7, $6.50 and $7, $7, $7. Anybody else at $6.50 and $7?
Yes.
And $1.50, $7.50 and $8 and $8 and $8 and $8 and $1.50 and $1.50 and $1.50 and $1.50 and $8.50. $8.50 and $1.50 and $1.50. Sold it here for $8. Buyer number.
I'm going to take one of the 10s, 9537.
Oh, I thought you said you were taking a 20 and a 10. Sorry.
Javier, you want any? 1995. What? It was $8 a bale.
Hold on. Were you a bidder? No. He's got to go through his bidders first, and then we'll pass it out. Hold on just a second. You got another co-bidder?
I'm looking here. Who else we had heard? You want any for 8? Okay.
Thank you.
Who else?
Jim, I'll go with you next.
$8 back.
You want one file? Which one? 10 or 20?
That's all right.
All
Who
right.
wants that nice green pile right there?
What's your number, Jim?
Who else? $8. We only got about 3 piles left.
71.
1171. 1171.
Might be a foot of snow.
Who else? We have $8 a bale.
You lost your valve, sir.
Yeah, I agree. Shut him up.
No four-letter words.
All right. I guess we got all the moldy hay sold. Now we'll sell the good hay. Here you go. We can get in there. We're going to give me, what do you think in there? $5 and $6 bid. 5 and 6 and 6 and 5 and 6 and 5 and 6. 5 and 6 and 6 and 6 and 5 and 5. I got money there. 5, 5.5, 5.5 and a half. You want some more? 5.5 and 6 and 6 and 6 and 6 and 5.5 and 6. Jim, 6 and 6 and 6 and 6 and 6.5. 6.5 and a half and a half and 6.5 and a half and a half and a half and 6.5. 6.5 and a half and a half. Anybody else at 6.5 and 7, $7 bid. 6.5 and 7, $7 bid. Told you. 86, 89. 89. All the ones without 10 bucks.
I only need 20 bales.
Six and a half.
What was this one?
South Alpha. You switch piles, I guess.
This is a little better.
I think they're all the same.
Shit, you can sit
When the sales over. Oh, over there. You want any more at 6.5? We did 6.5, right? Who else is 6.5? Go again, 5.5, 5 and 5 and a half 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 and a 5 and a 5 and a half. 5 and 5 and a half and a half and a half and a 5 and a 5 and a half and a 5. We've got 5 there, 5 and a half. 5 and a half and a half and a half. You get it? 5 and a half and 6 and 6 and 6 and 6 and 5 and a half and 6. 5 and a half and 6 and 6 and 6 and 6 and 6 and 6 and 5 and a half and 6. 5 and a half and 6. Sold it for 5 and a half.
178. How many you got left? They want to know. How many you
got
got left?
I got 20 more.
50.
20.
Takes all 40 bales.
$178, right?
178.
All right, there you go, guys, on that good, Leafy.
3 piles here, Lauren. I got 10 in this one and whatever's in those 2.
Looks like you got 20 apiece in these piles, guys.
3 piles here.
3 piles.
Buy your choice one time.
There you go. We get in there. We're going to get a 5 and a 5.5, 5 and a half, and 6 and 6 and a half, and a half and a half, and 7, 7 and a half, and a half and a half, and 7 and a half, 7 and a half, and a half, and a half, and a half, and 7
Are you
and
a Snoop?
7 and a half, 7 and a half, 7, 7
Lauren,
and a
are you with
half.
Snoke?
I'm with
Okay.
Snoke, 7 and a half, and 8 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 and a half and a half, and 9 and 9 and 9 and 9 and 9 and 9 9 and a half and a half and a half, and 10 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 and a half. 10 and a half 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 and a half. Sold it for $10. Dale?
2037. How many you want? All of them?
No. 2 of them?
30 bales?
Yeah.
Takes these 30?
Yeah.
Co-bidder, you get first choice. I just got one pile of 20 left. What's your number? 4157, is that correct?
Yeah, 4157.
Yeah, they are. How many had you got? Not too bad.
4 piles here, Lauren.
4 piles with a good blue tine hay there.
I keep forgetting. 316.
316 and 15 you said. There you go. I'm gonna give him what do you think in there, and a 5 and a 5 and a half. 5 and a half and a half and a half and a half and a 5 and a half and a half and a half and a half and a 5 and a 5 and a half. You want to be 5? 5 and a 5 and a 5 and a half 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 and a 5 and a 5 and a half. 5 and a 5 and a half and a 6 and 6 and 6 and 5 and a half and 6 and 6 and 6 and 5 and a half and 6. Bid at 6 and 6 and 6 and 5 and a half and $6 bid. 5 and a half and 6. Anybody else? 5 and a half and 6. Sold it here for 5 and a half. You want it all?
Nope, take 15.
It's 15.
79.11.
79.11. Who else for 5 and a half?
$5 for what's left.
You're buying it all. I got a $5 bid.
How many we got left?
48. Should be 48.
48 bales. We got 5 to go.
I got $5
Barry's in. You know
bid.
it's cheap
You
now.
know it's cheap if Barry's in. 5 and 5 and a half. 5 and 5 and a half. You're buying all 48 bales. 5 and 5 and a half 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 and a half. Sold it for $5. Buyer number.
I think it's 63.75.
You're supposed to have your bidder card.
We know where to find him.
I know what's wrong with you.
Oh, look at this nice grass hay. Looks like we got 3 piles of 10 and 2 piles of 5.
3 piles of 10 and 2 piles of 5 here. There you go. When you
Pretty
get
nice
in
grass hay,
there.
Lauren.
What?
Got that good blue twine on there.
Good
That
blue
seems
twine.
to be a new thing.
5, 5 and a half. Everybody wants to be. I have the blue twine so they can get it sold. 5 and a half and 6 and 6 and 6 and 5 and a half and 6 and a half 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 and 6 and a half and a half. You hear it 6 and 6 and a half 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 and 6 and a half and a half and a half
Are you
and a
guys
half.
bidding or shipping?
I got 6.
Yes,
You
yes.
6 and a half, 7, 7, 7, 6 and a half, and 7, 7, 7, 7, 7,
Can't tell if
7,
you're shivering or
$7
bidding.
bid. Yeah, 6 and a half and 7, 7. Anybody else? $7 bid. Sold it here for 6 and a half.
One pile of 5.
A pile of 5.
9004?
Yeah,
9004, correct?
Yes, that's it.
And we had what? 6 and a half, sir? How many would you like? I got 10, 10, 10, and a 5. 6 and a half. Brings $14 a month ago.
Yeah.
Might get higher, guys.
Who else for 6 and a half?
Oh, everybody wants it now. What's your number?
2467.
2467 takes 10 bales, sir.
I'll take the pile of 5.
You want the other pile of 5? What was your number? 7911 on this one, Brandon.
I got 1 pile left for 6 and a half.
2 piles.
Or 2 piles. sorry.
Yep, right there. You want them both? You got hay help today.
2 piles left.
2 piles left.
Put for 6 and a half. Oh, you're buying. I'll go one more time. 5 and 5 and a half and a half and 6 and 6 and 6 and 5 and a half and 6. 5 and a half and 6 and 6 and 6 and a half and a half and a half and a half and 6 and a half and a half and a half and 7, 7, 7, 7, 6 and a half and 7. I sold them for 6 and a half. You, two piles, yeah.
I'll take the 2 10s.
Your number is?
1367.
Well, I think the market's steady and the lights will listen to me in my track.
Oh, look at this green leafy alfalfa. Nothing but leaves. Nothing but leaves. Look at all of them, Lauren. You got 5, 6, or 11?
You
5,
bet.
6, or 11.
Here you go, 5, 6, or 11 on the alfalfa hay. Here you go, I'm gonna give me $6 bid and about half. $6 and a half and a half and a half and $6 and a half and a half, 6 and a half and 7, 7, 7, 6 and a half and 7. 6 and a half and 7, 7, 7, $7 bid. That's 7, 7, 7. 6 and a half and 7, 7, 7. Anybody else? 6 and a half and 7. Sold them for 6 and a half. Buyer number 497. Take some both.
And he's good enough that he's just, he's
372 there, 374 here.
Alfalfa hay here.
you know?
20 or 10?
What?
20 or 10?
10 or 20? There you go. I'm gonna give me, what do you think? Never to give me 5 and 5 and a half, 5 and a half and 6 and 6 and $6 bid. 5 and a half and 6 and 6 and 6 and 5 and a half and 6 and 6 and 6 and 6 and a half and a half and a half and 6 and a half. 6 and a half 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 and 6 and a half 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 and 6 and a half and a half and a half, 6 and a half. Sold it, $6 bid. Buyer number 7447. You want it all.
We got a lot of cattle for you today.
It's a whole thing.
Lauren, did you look at the cattle? Did that 1,400-pound bull show up today?
Yes, it did.
Hey, there's a big male back there that's perfect for you guys. Ready to go.
A lot of meat on him.
11 alfalfa.
11 alfalfa here, guys. Get in and go.
Hey, green
$7, $8
blue
bid.
twine and all.
What? Blue twine and all.
It's a new thing.
$7, $8 bid. 8 and 9 and 9 and 9 and 9 and 8 and 9 and 9 and 9 and 9 and 8 and 9. 8 and 9 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 and 8 and 9. I got Barry at 8. And 9 and 9 and 9 and 9 and 9 and 9 and 10 and 10
It
and
must
10
be
and 10
cheap
and 10
if
and
he's
10
in.
and 10 and 9 and 10 and 10 and 10. 9 and 10 and 10 and 10. Yeah, you know it was cheap if Barry bid at 8. 10 and 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 9 and 10. Anybody else? 10, 11, 11, 11, 11, 11, 11, 12, and 12, and 12, and 12, and 12, and 12. It sold $11 bid. Buyer number 497.
There you see what happens when you miss a few weeks. We've got to pick on you all in 1 week.
Yeah.
11 or 11.
11 or 11 on the straw, guys. Here you go. Well, give me, what are you thinking there, huh? Give me $5, $6 bid. 5 and 6 and 7, 7, 7, 8 and 8 and 8 and 9 and 9 and 9 and 10 and 10 and 10, 11, 11, 11, 12 and 12 and 12 and 12 and 12. 11, 12 and 12 and 12 and 12 and 12. I got 11 bid. You got to be 12. 12 and 13. 13, 14. 14, 15. 15, 15, 15, 15, 15. Sold at $14 bid. Buyer number.
That's the truth.
11.50. You want both files? Okay. I'm sorry, I forgot your number already.
1150.
11.50. Would you like the other pile?
Yeah.
Your number is
4890.
4890.
No doubt.
All together.
Got 2 piles of alfalfa.
I'm glad you said it.
Good alfalfa hay. I'll start it cheaper than the straw. $6, $7 bid. 7 and 8 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 and 8. 7 and 8 and 8 and 8 and 8
Guys,
and 7
nice
and
big
8,
bales.
8 and 9 and 9 and 10 and 10 and 10 and 10 and 10 and 9 and 10. Cheaper than straw. 10 and 10 and 10 and 10 and 9 and 10 and 10 and 10 and $10 bid. 9 and 10 and 10 and 10. I'll take 9 and a half one time. 9 and a half and a half. Sold it for $9.
7783. Just that first pile. 7783.
7783. You want that for 9? Your number
4157.
4157.
4157. My cows.
Oh my.
Okay, we got 2 piles of nice.
2 piles of the alfalfa hay there.
Does that say 6 cut?
Yep.
6 cutting. Woo! Somebody got after
Oh my!
it. They weren't messing around.
You bet.
Must have had Dad out there at the garden hose watering down it. In
That's
between.
right. There you go. Give me, what do you think? Never to give me $6 and $7 bid. 7 and 8 and 8 and 8 and 8 and 8 and 8 and 7 and 8 and 8 and 8 and 9 and 9 and 9 and 9 and 9 and 9 and 10 and 10 and 10. 9 and 10 and 10 and 10 and 10 and 9 and 10 and 10 and 10 and 10 and 10 and 10 $10 bid. We did
Lauren,
10.
call it straw.
Straw. $10 bid. Sold at $9 bid. Buyer number 5177 on them both.
Yeah.
I turned out a 6.
3 piles of nice alfalfa there. Nice fourth cutting, got that good blue twine.
3 piles of fourth cutting hay there. Here you go. Give me, what do you think? $6, $7 bid and 777. Push him a little bit. 777, 6 and 7, 7, 7, 6 and 7. 7, 8 and 8 and 8 and 8 and 8 and 8. I'll take a half. 7 and a half 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 and 8 and 8 and 8 and 8 and 8 and 8 and 7 and a half and 8. 7 and a half and 8 and 8 and 8 and 8 and 8 and 8. $8 a bale. 8 and 8 and 8. Sold for 7 and a half.
63.75.
63.75. You want all of them?
I'll just. Which ones were they? Let's see.
Here to there. Here to me to Brad.
There's only 30 bales. You sure you don't want all 30? They've been together their whole lives.
Waiting for that, Brad.
It's a shame to break. It's holidays, Barry.
I know it.
You're gonna break them up at the holidays?
Yeah. I'm gonna let somebody else
Unreal.
take this stack.
Unreal.
Would you like this pile for 7 and a half a bale?
Last pile.
Just that pile.
It's a good pile.
It's 10.
It's got the blue twine. Yeah, he does.
51.77.
Yeah, let that for him.
So sweet.
10, 20, or 30 on the nice broom hay.
10, 20, or 30 on the Brahman hay here. Here you go. Give me 5 and 5 and a half. 6 and 6 and 6 and 5 and a half and 6. Bid at 6 and 6 and 6 and 5 and a half and 6 and 6 and a half and a half and a half and a half and 6 and a half and 7, 7, 7. $7 bid. 7, 7 and a half 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 and 7 and a half and 8 and 8 and 8 and 8 and 8 and 8 and 7 and a half and 8. 8 and a half 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 and a half. Sold at $8 bid. Buyer number
9537.
9537. How many you want?
2 piles.
And we're ready.
$8 a bale. Would you were co-bidder? Would you like that pile for $8 a bale? Number is
1203.
1203.
I've got this ridiculous size. First measure their or weigh their head. Same corrections for most things. I said, well, like come out, you said 75
Lauren, quick reminder, no hay sale for 2 weeks.
No hay sale for 2 weeks, guys. There you go.
Oh my God, is green twine?
Yeah, you might get it cheaper. I don't know. Green twine, Brad. Green twine.
We won't even be able to give it away.
All right, here you go, guys. Good hay there. 5 and 5 and a half 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 and a 5 and a half 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 and 6 and 6 and 6 and 6 and 6 and 6 and 5 and a half and 6. 6 and 6 and a half and a half and a half and 6 and a half and a half and a half and 7, 7, $7 bid. I bid at 7, 7, 7, 6 and a half and 7, 7, 7, $7 bid at 6 and a half and 7. Sold at 6 and a half. Buyer at 51.77. You want them all? From here to there. As many as you want.
Your nose is crying. While you're out there doing chores, you just
All right.
can't keep up.
What do you got left?
I know.
20 and 40.
What's that?
20 and 20.
Okay. So 40 bales. Okay. You want that? 8204 takes that. On the grass hay here.
What file number is that?
398. $11 bales here, guys. There you go. Give me $5, $5.50, $5.50, $5.50, $5.50. What? $4? I got $4, $4.50, $4.50, $5.50. Sold it, Lark. 5.5.
1747.
1747.
He's in it today. 2 piles of grass hay here.
Oh, look at that grass hay, guys. Pink string on there. Look at that. Looks like that was a mend. There you go. I'm gonna get in there. I'm gonna give me $5, $5.50, $5.50, $6. Bid at $6 and $6 and $5.50 and $6 and $6 bid. $5.50 and $6 and $6 and $6 and $5.50 and $6 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 and Sold it here for $6.
1747.
1747. You want them both?
Yeah.
I would say.
That way we can pull up and park once.
You know?
This one's right next to him. Might as well get this one too. Don't stop now. You're on a roll.
All right, on the alfalfa hay there. Get in and go and give me $5, $5.50, $5.50 and $6 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 and $6. Sold them $6. Fire number 8204. $332.
How many piles of grass hay do
How many's in the stack? 9.
Way down here to chair.
20 in the pile.
All the way to chair.
All right, you got 20 in the pile. Looks like all 20s right, Brandon. On the grass hay. There you go. Want to give me $5.50, $5.50 and $6 and $6 and $6 and $5.50 and $6 and $6 and $7 $7 bid. $6 and $7 $7 $7 $7 $7 $7 $7 $8 and 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 $8 bid, the $8 and a half and a half and a half and $8 and a half and a half and a half and $8 and a half and a half and a half, $8 and a half. Sold them here for $8. Buyer number 3675. 3675 takes 3 files. And you had what? $8. Ron, $8. I knew what you were going to say. Go again. Go again. The choice of the files. $6, $7, $8, $7 and a half, $7 and a half and a half and a half and a half, $7 and a half and $8 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 and a half and a half and a half and $8 and a half. Sold them there for $8. Buyer $497. Takes it all.
What do you pay for that? She's walking sideways.
10, 20, 30, 40, or 50.
Up to 50 bales of the corn stalks there, guys.
You're better than I am.
Get in there and go. Want to give me $3, $4 bid. Three. You said 4?
Three.
$3. 4 and a 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 4 and 3 and a 4 and a 4 and a 4 and a 4 and 3 and a half and a 4 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 and a half and a half and a half and a $4 and a half. $4 and a half 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 and a half. Cheaper than straw.
A fourth of the price.
Fourth of the price, and it's better. 4 and a half and a 5 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 and a 4 and a half and 5. 4 and a half and a 5 and a 5 and a 5 and a 5. Anybody else? Sold them here for 4 and a half.
3 piles.
Okay, your number is?
3441.
3441. What did I have, Brandon? Four and a half.
Damn it, Katie, that's what you're thinking. I know.
Here you go, and give me 3 and a half.
Three.
$3, 3 and a half, and 4 and 4 and 4 and 4 and a half, and a half and a half and a 5 and a 5 and a 5. I took you at 4 and a half.
Like a tan with some stripes.
I took you at 4 and a half. No, $4, 4 and a half, 4 and a half and a half and a half and a half and a 5 and a 5 and a 5 and a 5 and a half. 5 and a half. How'd that work out for you? $5, 5 and a half and a half and a half. Sold it. $5.
6122.
You want them both?
Yep.
Just checking to see if you realize.
Well, there wasn't so many people interested earlier. Played the lottery along.
Sorry, camera lady. She just goes wherever she wants.
I do go wherever I want. I also hold the camera for her when she has to potty, so she lets me.
2 piles of grass hay. Smells good.
There you go. Get it. There you go. Grass hay, here you're going to give me $4, 4 and a half, 4 and a half 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 and a $4 and a half and a half and a half and a half and a $4 and a half. $4 and a half 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 on the grass hay there, guys. $4, 4 and a half. 4 and a half and a 5 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 $5. You want them both? 77.83. 77.83.
173.
15 and 14.
Do it. You got curry hair? Yeah. What are you asking? Yeah.
On the Milo.
I got a bunch of round bales right now that we put on this winter time, and I'm gonna
So much a bag, buy as many as you want.
So much a bag, buy as many as you want on the Milo. Hi.
Hi.
$10 a bag. $10. 11, 10, 11, 11, 11, 10, 11, 11, 11, 12, and 12, and 12, and 11, 12. 11, 12, and 12, and 12, and 12, and 12, and 11, and 12, and 12, and 12, and 11, and 12. 11, and 12, and 12, and 12, and 12, and 12. Sold $11. You want them all?
Yes.
Takes them all.
Actually, I'll take 3.
You want 3. He wants 3 bags.
Are you sure you don't want all 5? They've been together their whole lives. Come from the same field.
What's
and
your
everything.
number?
5665.
5665.
Yeah, I'll take out 11.
That'd only be 55.
What'd you
for all
say?
of
You want all
betcha.
of them?
Oh, yeah.
He takes all of them.
Good job, Brad.
On the grass, eh?
It's crazy. Yeah?
Excuse me.
Don't be so rough on yourself. Call yourself spirited. Please.
Highly spirited.
Hey, Lord, let's just sell this fell first.
All right.
Why? What's wrong with the other one?
Different owners.
Oh.
Selling this pile of grass,
Parents got
eh?
Just one pile here, guys.
Here you go. I'm gonna give me $5, 5.5, 5.5, and 6, and 6, and 6, and 5.5, and 6, 5.5, and 6, and 6, and 5.5, and 6, and 5.5, and 6. I sold at 5.5. Buyer number 7783.
Looks like we got 3 piles of this.
3 piles here. Here you go. I'm gonna give me $5, 5.5. $5, 5.5, and a half, 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 and a bottle of it, a half, and 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 a half. $5, 5.5, and a half, 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 and a half.
Just this one? Or
These 3.
Any of these 3, choice. 5.5, $6 bid. 5.5, and 6, and 6, and 6, and 5.5, and 6, and 6, and 6, and a half, and a half, and a half, and 6, and a half, and a half, and 7, $7 bid. We bid it 7, 7 and a half, and a half, and a half, and a half, and 7 and a half. Sold it there for $7. You want them all?
Just that one.
Number 1102. I guess we'll sell you the other 2 piles.
7.
You want it either of the other 2 piles for $7 a bale? Go again. $5, 5.5, $5, 5.5. One of those 2 piles, or both if you want. $5, 5.5, and a half, 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 and a bottle of it, and a half. Take it all. I got $4. You're taking it all. $4, $4.50, $4 and a half, 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 and a half. I sold it there for $4. Buyer number 15.
Got 6 more piles of grass right here, Lauren.
Six piles of the grass hay here. Hi, Brad. There you go. And get in. What's that?
220s, 411s.
220s and 411s. Here you go. I'm gonna give me. What are you thinking there? $5, $5 and a half. I delivered a half and 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 a half. I delivered a half. I go $4 one time on choice. $4 and a half. $4 and a half 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 and a $4 and a half 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 and a $4 and a half and a half and a half and a $4 and a half 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 a half, and a quarter, and a half, and a half, and a half. You're gonna buy it all, guys, if you don't want to give $4 for choice. Buying it all. How many we got?
84.
84 bales. You're buying 84 bales. Somebody give me 2.5, $3 a bale. 2.5 and 3 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 and 2.5 and 3. I got the 2.5, guys. $3 bid. 2.5 and 3 and 3 and 3 and 3 and 3
Lauren,
and
that's
3 and 3
cheaper
and
than
3 and a
corn
half.
stalks.
Need one pile.
Cheaper than corn stalks.
Cheaper than corn stalks. 3 and 3 and a half and a half and a half and a half and a half. You're buying it all.
Yeah, that's the problem.
$3, 3 and a half and a half and a half and a half and $3 and a half and a half and a half and $3 and a half. Sold it there for $3, 57.88.
No, per bale.
Isn't that a type of grass?
Yeah.
Gotcha.
I got a sweet talk my neighbors to bring their skids through down for my stuff. It cost me 2 dozen chocolate chip cookies. Sometimes, if they're lucky, they get chicken noodle soup.
Is that one sold? Is that one? That's,
I'm
this is
sorry.
a new one.
Just a one pile.
Meat birds.
Sell that pile there, and here you go. I'm going to give me $5, 5.5. $5,
Nice, good green prairie.
$5, 5.5, 5.5 and 6 and 6 and 6 and 5.5 and 6. 5.5 and 6 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 and $6 a bale, $6, 6.5, 6.5 and a half and a half.
Shaking your head the wrong way.
Sold it here for $6.
I got a bit up a boy.
Buyer number 2665.
Yeah.
I wrote your number on there. That's good hay.
4 piles of alfalfa, big bales of good canals hay.
On the big bales and out hay. There you go, guys. Get in there and go. $5, $5.5, $5.5.
Sorry.
What'd you say?
$5.
$5, 5.5, 5.5 and 6 and 6 and 6. I took him at 5.5. You gotta be 6. Bid at 6 and 6 and 6 and 5.5 and 6 and 6 and 6 and 6 and 6. I'm over here at 5.5 and 6 and 6 and 6 and 6 and 6.5, 6.5 and 7, $7 bid. 6.5 and 7, $7 bid at 7, 6.5 and 7. Sold it there for 6.5.
Give me that one. 41 to 57.
41 and 57.
Gotta fill my trailer up.
You're at 6.5.
6.5, Barry.
No.
6.5.
20 and
Buy it all for $5.
I'll take that. $5, $6, 5.5, 5.5 and 6, 6 and 6 and 6 and 6 and 6 and 5.5 and 6, 5.5 and 6 and 6 and 6 and 5.5 and 6 and 6. Your turn. $6 bid. 5.5 and 6 and 6 and 6.5, 6.5 and 6. 6 and a quarter, 6.5, 6.5 and a half and a half and a half. And you're buying it all. 6.5, 6.5 and a half and a half and 6.5. Sold 6 and a quarter. Buyer number 290. Is there a card? I didn't see a card here. There's not a card there. That's your pile.
No, it's a free then. Buy 2, get 1.
Nice try.
2 piles, grass hay. Hey, it's got wire.
Wire tie.
I've seen some of these people's fences. I better see some hands in the air.
There you go. Want to give me? What do you think in there? Want to give me $4 and a half, and a half, and a half, and a half, and a $4 with a half, and a half, and a half, and a $4 with a half. $4 and a half, 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 and a $4 with a half, and a half, and a half, and a half, and a $4 and a half. $4, 4 and a half, and a half, and a half. Buying it all.
How many you got, Brandon?
25.
25 bales there. $3, 3 and a half.
Hey, this one's got straw in it. It makes it higher price.
Yeah, there you go. It's got straw in it.
I'm over here too, Jared.
Look at that upsell there.
$3 there, 3 and a half, 3 and a half, 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 and $3 with a half, and a half, and a half, and a half, and 3 and a half, 3 and a quarter, 3 and a half, 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 and 3 and a half, and a half, and a half, and 75, and 75, and 75, and 75, 3 half, and 75, and a 4 and 4 and 4 and 4 and 4 and a quarter, 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 quarter. Sold it there for $4 a bale, buyer number.
Use that twine in here.
You've been watching me?
1102, you want them both?
Apparently my restraint order went up, huh? I didn't get the notice in the
We were
mail.
selling them both. Never mind. We were selling them both.
Why do you think I brought you that ram today?
For cutting alfalfa hay there, nice and leafy wire tie. There you go. Give me $5, $6,
She got it for five.
5 and 6 and 6 and 7, 7, 7, 7, 7, 7, 7, 6 and 7, 7, 8 and 8 and 8 and 9 and 9 and 9 and 9 and 9 and 9 and 8 and 9. 8 and 9 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 and 8 and 9 and 9 and 9 and 9 and 8 and 9.
Appreciate that.
Didn't work at all.
Sold at $8. Buyer number 497. You want it all, Ron? Takes it all.
5 piles of grass hay. Last call on grass hay for 2025.
Yeah.
Last call on the grass, hey guys. Here you go. Give me $5, 5 and a half, $5, 5 and a half, 5 and 5 and a half, and 6 and 6 and 6 and 5 and a half, and 6 and 6 and 6 and 6 and 5 and a half, and 6. 5 and a half and 6 and 6. Barry, you're out. $6 bid. 5 and a half and 6 and 6 and 6 and 6 and 6 and a half and a half and a half and a half and 6 and a half and 6 and a half and 7, $7 bid. We'll bid at 7, 7, 7, 6 and a half and 7, 7, 7, 6 and a half and 7, sold at 6 and a half. Buyer number 1102. How many you want?
Take them all.
Take them all. That's the way to show them.
Trying over here. I'm trying to take your money. I'm trying to take your money. I'm trying to do it all, Brad.
Oh, Lauren, we maybe said a fib. There's a couple bales of grass in this bundle.
I'd say that's
Okay,
that's all there.
Lauren, one time only, I'll tell you. On these bundles, we will attempt to help you load them as long as they bring over $5 a bale.
Yep.
If they don't bring a minimum of $5, you cut these big strings and you load them by hands and you don't bother us.
How do you really feel?
I say the same thing every time.
All right.
If they bring over $5, Brandon will try to help you load them with skid loader. If he lifts it up and the bundle comes apart, that's your problem, not ours. But he'll try to help you load them after the sale or tomorrow morning by appointment.
Is that saying that there's 21 in each one of
There's
these?
21 bales. in each
21
bundle.
bales in each of them bundles.
Okay.
But if you got a skid loader at home, you'd never have to touch them till you feed them.
That's right.
Handy way to handle them there.
Handy way.
Here you go, guys. Give me-
Choice of any bundle on this side, all the way
You
down.
want- even with grass,
Grass,
in there.
alfalfa.
Grass, alfalfa.
You pick them one time. Everybody's going. Let's go.
Get in there. You're going to give me 5 and 5 and a half, 5 and a half, and 6 and 6 and 6 and 5 and a half and 6. Bid that 6 and 6 and 6 and 5 and a half and 6 and 6 and 6 and 6 and 6 and 5 and a half and 6. 5 and a half and 6 and 6 and $6 bid. I'm here at 5 and a half and 6 and 6 and 6 and 6 and 575 and $600 bid. 6 and a quarter, 6 and a quarter, 6 and a quarter, 6 and a quarter, 6 and a half. 6 and a half and 75 and 75 and 6 and a half and 75. 6 and a half and 75 and 75 and 75 and 75 and 6 and a half and 75. 6 and a half and 75. Sold it here for 6 and a half. Buys the grass pile. 7783.
Go better.
6 and a half. Louis, you want to start there?
We'll be right back.
Here you go again.
Choice one more time. As soon as we're done selling choice, we're going to start here and go that way.
You bet. I get $5, 5 and a half, 5 and a half, 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 and 6 and 6 and 6 and 6 and a half, 6 and a half, and a half, and a half, and a half, and 7, 7, 7, 7, 6 and a half, and 7, 6 and a half, and 7, 7, 7, 7, 7, 6, 75, 6 and a half, and 75, and 75, and 75. Sold Lark 6 and a half. Buyer number
1747.
1747. You want them all?
I'll take one pile of grass.
The grass is gone. This is all alfalfa.
All right, okay.
You said 1744, is that right? So you said
47.
1747. You want one pile of grass?
Yeah.
Or, no, there's no grass. This one?
Yeah.
1747. What I have, 6 and a half. Who else was 6 and a half?
Pretty steady there.
6 and a half.
They like to listen to you.
Yeah, that's nice of them.
You need to practice, I guess.
$5, 5 and a half, 5 and a half. 5 and a half, 5 and a half, and a half, and a half. I got 5 there and 5 and a half, 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 and a 5 and a half. 5 and a quarter, 5 and a half, 5 and a half, 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 and a half. 5 and a half, and a half, and a half, and a 5 and a half. 5 and a half and 75. 5 and a half and 75 and 75 and 75 and 5 and a half and 75. 5 and a half and 75 and 75 and 75 and $6
There's some nice green grass or alfalfa in here. Look at that. Nice green alfalfa down here if you look, folks. Better up.
Sold them $6. Buyer number 512. How many you want? Any two?
Which one you want?
These two.
Right here.
Yeah.
What do we got on?
$6 a bale. You want some in there for $6?
How many bales are, how many are
There's
left?
21 in a bundle.
No. How
We're
many?
running out pretty quick, so if you want some, get in
Well-
there. We're bound to tie it together pretty soon.
These down here, right?
You want some for 6?
Everything that way and
$6.
One pile going here.
two piles going here.
Two piles.
Perfect. For you.
5.
Here you go, Lauren. I got $6 that you want one. That's $126. We'll do $260. Which two do you want? 310 and 311. Your number.
5177.
Other one. 3441.
3441 takes 309, Lauren. 3441?
Yeah.
3441 on this one. $6, guys. Get your hand in the air. Which one do you want? Which one? This one and which other one? These two, and what's your number?
1911.
1911 on 304 and 305, Brandon. Who else? $6 a bale. I'm going to tie the rest to go, probably.
5 for all of them.
Who else? $6. I've got a bid on all of them already. How many bundles do I have left up there, Brandon? Just one?
One up there.
We got the very end bundle.
Got two down here, Brad.
4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9.
I got it. 8204.
8204, 8240.
8204. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6,
7, 8.
7, 8. Take 8.
312 on down, Brandon. At $6 to 8204. Just draw some lines.
312, then?
312, 313 from here all the way down, Brandon.
Okay.
Anybody want choice out there for $6? Lauren, I've only got 3 bundles left. You're gonna buy 63 bales. Got
Good.
this one here,
Yep.
this one here,
Yep.
and this number 2 pile. These 3 bundles.
3 bundles.
63 times the money.
63 times the
You still
money.
5? Still got $5 to go. 63 times.
$5, 5 and a half, 5 and a little bit, a half and 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 a half.
Last call on squares. 2025 is in the books.
5 and a 5 and a quarter, 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 5 and a quarter, quarter, quarter,
It's stacked
5 and a
all in a
quarter,
pickup.
5 and a quarter, 5 and a half, 5 and a half and a half and a
Make sure you
half,
got
quarter,
strapped.
7 and a half 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 and 75 and 75 and 75 and 75 and 75 and 75 and 75.
That's the wrong attitude.
5 and a half and 75.
Like this.
Sold it for 5 and a half.
6122.
That's my Brandon being here. I did breakfast the grass. Okay. Brandon, stay next to the one that needs mark down there. If you bought some of this and want help loading it after the livestock sale or tomorrow morning by appointment only. We got you 27 bundles over there for you.
27 bundles?
Yep.
What is it?
Yep. I'll load them on a trailer. What you do with them after that, it's your deal.
What you got? Alfalfa hay there, guys.
You got tickets, Brandon?
Yeah.
Is this the only little 4 alfalfa, Brandon?
Yes.
4 times the money on the nice alfalfa.
On a good alfalfa hay there, guys. Get in and come and give me $70 a bale, 70, 75, 70, 75, and the mom, 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 70, 75, 70, 75, and the mom, and the mom, and the mom, 50, 55, 50, 55, and the mom, and the mom, and the mom, and the mom, 60, 60, 55, and 60, 65, 60, 65, and the mom, 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 and 60, 65, 60, 65, and the mom, and the mom, and the mom, and 70, 70, 70, 65, and 70, 75, 70, 75, and the mom, and the mom, and the mom, and 70, 75, and the mom, and the mom, and the mom, and 70, 75, and the mom, and the mom, and the mom, and 70, 75. Sold $70 a bit.
4576.
4576.
10 grass.
10 grass hay there. Here you go. What do you give me? $60 bid. And the mom and the mom and the mom and 60, 65 and the mom and the mom and the mom and the mom and the mom. I got $50 all the money. 50, 55, 50, 55 and the mom 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 and 60, 60, 55 and 60, 57 and a half and 60, 60, $60 bid. A bid. 60, 60, 57 and a half and 60, 57 and a half and 60, 60, 60, 60, 62 and a half, 60, 62 and a half and 2 and a half and 2 and a half and the mom and the mom and 65 and the mom and the mom and the mom and the mom and 65 and the mom and the mom. Sold it there for 62 and a half, 32, 30, 32, 30.
You're bargaining with the wrong person. I'm
Six
game.
grass.
What's that?
6 grass.
6 grass, selling the whole row.
6 times the money.
There you go. Would give me $50 5.
Hey,
50,
that's
50.
pretty nice green
You
grass,
bet.
ain't it?
Good grass. Hey there. 50, 55 and the mom and the mom. 50, 55 and the mom and the mom and 60, 60, 55 and 60. Bid of 60, 60, 55 and $60 bid. A bid of 60, 55 and 60, 60, 60, 65 and 5 and 5 and 60, 65 and 5 and 5 and 60, 65, 60, 65 and 62 and a half. Help you 60, 62 and a half. Sold it there for $60. Buyer number 38.
One or more. Choice on these 5 here. Look at how green that
Oh,
is.
look at how fine that is.
Woo!
Nice bales of
Like
hay.
it was bailed yesterday. Buy 1 or more.
One or more.
You betcha.
60.
500. Have 60 for choice. Fair.
60.
60.
$60 buy, 60, 65, and the mom and the mom and the
Take
mom
your
and the
raise
mom
one.
and the mom and the mom and the mom and the mom and the mom, 60, 65, 60, 65, and the mom and the mom and the mom and the mom and the 60, 65. Sold them there for $60 bid. Buyer number
8669, I want 2 of them.
First 2 all right done?
Yep. 10 o'clock tomorrow.
10 o'clock.
All right. See you then.
No, you won't.
Okay.
You'll see Brandon.
I'll see you kids.
Who else? I got 3 left.
3
Anybody
left.
Less than 3.
3 left. Somebody give me $60 for them.
Guys, nice, good, green
You
grass
bet.
hay. Maybe even stored inside.
$50, 55, 50, 55 and a mom 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 and a 50, 55 and a 5.
I got 50.
50, 55 and a mom and a mom and a mom and a mom and a 5 and a mom and a 50, 55 and a mom and a mom and a 5. Sold them $50 bid. Buyer number 38.
Barry, it's a good thing you didn't buy them. They won't eat that other crappy hay you bought if you could buy good hay like that. Brandon, how many rows are there?
2 8 and 2 9. On the grass hay there, guys. 2 8s and 2 9s by the rows, however many you want in a row. There you go, I'm gonna give me 50, 55. 50, 55 and the mom 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 and the mom. Make that 50 there and 55 and the mom and the
You
mom and
got
the mom.
50 for me.
Well,
Okay.
55 and 16. Now it doesn't matter. 55 and 60,
Yes!
60, 60, 65 and 65 and 70, 70, 70, 70, 65 and 70, 65 and 70, 70, 70, 70, 70, 65 and 70, 67 and a half, 65 and 7 and a half and 70, 70, 70, 70, 70, 70, 67 and a half and 70, 70, 70, 70, 70. Sold them for 67 and a half. Buyer number
4576 to the 2 8s.
4576. You said, Brad.
4576. I got 4567. Would have been a hell of a lot easier for me.
Yeah, I know. We had 67 and a half. Would you like those rows of 9? Go again.
By 9, 9, or 18.
9, 9, or 18, 50. I got 50, 55. 50, 55, and a mom, 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 and a 55 and 60, 60, 55 and 60, 57 and a half and 60, 50, 60, 62 and a half, 2 and a half, 2 and a half, 2 and a half,
Nice big heavy bales.
60, 62 and a half, 2 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 and a half. And 5 and a mom, and 65 and a mom, 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 and
65, sir, you're out.
65 and a mom, and a mom, and a mom, and a mom, and a 5. Sold them there for 62 and a half. Take some more.
You want all
Right?
18, don't you? 3 loads? That's the way to do it. Hey, nice green alfalfa. Was there 4 of them, Brandon? If you want less than all of them, let us know before we start. Got 4 nice bales of alfalfa there, 4 times the money. Ought to be about 125, but let them all in.
There you go, guys. Get in there. We're going to give me $60 bid and 5, 65 and 70, 70, 70, 65 and 70, 70, 70, 70, 75, 70, 75 and 80, 80, 80, 80, $80 bid. I bid that 80, 80, 80, 85 and 11, 90, 90, 90, 90, 90, 90, 90, 95. 90, 95 and 11, $100 bid, $100, $100 pie. $100, $100 5. Sold them for $100 times 4. Buyer number 2100.
Got 2 bales grass hay with about 4 slabs of alfalfa and a stick.
There you go, guys. On the 2 bales of hay there. Give me 60, 65 and a mom 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 and 60, 65 and a mom and a mom and a mom and a mom and 60, 65. 60, 65 and a mom 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 and 60, 65 and a mom and a mom. Anybody else at 60, 65? Sold them $60 bid, buyer 7447.
6 bales of prairie hay.
6 bales of the prairie hay there.
Hey, nice hay been stored inside.
You bet. Good.
That's
big
that good
bales, guys.
southern hay.
Six.
Closer to the equator. It's
What'd you
better
say?
down there.
50? 50, 60, 60, 60, 60, 50, 60, 60, 50, 60, 60, 50, 60.
Is that Barry?
That's Barry.
You know it's too damn cheap.
I know. 50, 55, 50,
We gotta just run him up a little bit.
50, 50.
Hey, yeah, we got another one.
55, 55 and 7 and a half 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 and 60, 62 and a half. New fire!
Woo, woo!
62 and a half, 2 and a half, 60, 62 and a half, 2 and a half, 2 and a half, 2 and a half, 2 and a half, 5 and a half, 65 and a half and a half.
How about the dams? Are you looking?
65 and 7 and a half.
You guys can partner.
7 and a half, 7 and a half, 67 and a half and 7 and a half and 7 and a half. Sold them $65 a bale. Buyer number
2058.
2058. Right.
Got an alfalfa bale here. The rest is all brome. I'll sell you a choice one time. You can take all the way up to 18 bales. Got a
Choice
bale
one
of
fine.
alfalfa. The rest is all brome. It's green as it was baled yesterday. That's nice hay.
You bet. What are you thinking there?
Buy your
60,
choice, all the way up to 18.
60, 65, 60, 65, and
On choice.
60, 65, 60, 65 on choice, 65. You said 5, 65, and 5, and 70, 70, 70, 65, and 70, 70, 70, 65, and 70, 70, 70, 70, 70, 70, 70, 70, 65, and 78. Sold them $65 a bale the alfalfa.
Just put A-2100. Brandon will know what that means at 10 o'clock tomorrow.
Who else for $65 a bale?
If you want less than 17 bales of brome, get your hands in the air. Dan? Other
17,
Dan?
buying 17 bales of the
Double
brome.
Dan. Barry, where are you at on these?
17?
What?
$70?
Oh.
Oh, I thought you said $17 a bale. I was gonna just, I didn't know what I was gonna do. 50?
I'll bid $50 on them.
Okay, 17 times the money, we got 50. 2.5.
50, 52 and a
Yes.
half and a 5, 55 and a 5 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 and 7 and a half and 7 and a half and 7 and a half and 57 and a half.
Where you get it? Ain't better.
57 and a half and 7 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 and a half.
You know that that's 25 square
57 and a
bales.
half and 60, 60, 60, $60
Look
bale.
at what I was
Bid
bringing
at
in the
60,
small
60,
squares.
7 and a half and 60, 60, 60, $60 a bale. 60, 60, 60.
You can just throw these in the hay loft.
60. 2 and a half. 62 and a half, 2 and a half, 2 and a half. 62 and a half, 2 and a half, 2 and a half. 62 and a half. No hay sale for 2 weeks. 62 and a half, 2 and a half, 62 and a half. 62 and a half, 2 and a half, 2 and a half, and a 5.
Yes!
65 and a 5 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 and a 5. Sold them for 62 and a half. Buyer number 65, 23.
One more load down here.
We're going to sell the Ford.
I think that you get the trailer, the hay, all. Is that right, Brandon? No, just the hay? Just the hay, I guess.
The Ford's in line. Ain't we going to sell
Let's
it?
sell it.
Sell it, but not that.
You betcha. Parts, no keys, no nothing, unless we can find the guy.
I just like to think that. Sure.
R13 brand, 14 bales of grass hay. Hey, nice big bales of grass.
Good bale of grass hay there.
What are you getting, buy delivered, or what do you got it here?
He's from Valparaiso. He would maybe deliver it. You'd have to work that out with him and settle up delivery with him. Otherwise, it come in this morning. We don't run skid loader on sale morning, so after the sale, we'll just unload it if you don't have delivery worked out.
All right, here you go.
14 bales there.
14 bales, give me $50 5, 50, 55,
50.
What?
50.
60?
50, I said.
50, I got 50, 55.
Yep.
55 and 60, 60, 55 and 60, 60, 55 and 60, bid that 60, 60, 55 and 60, 65, 60, 65 and 60, 65 and 60, 65, 65 and 70, 65 and 70, 70, 70, 65 and 70, 70, 70, 70, 70, 70, $70 bid, 65 and 70, 70, 70, 75, 70, 75 and a half, 2.5, 70, 72 and a half, and 2.5, and 2.5. Sold it there for $70 a bale, buyer number, what was it, 6523.
All right, guys, so we'll start loading after the sheep and goats and the cattle are done.
I need that tag.
We'll start inside.